This newscast is brought to you by Qbert, Pittsburgh's source for LGBTQ plus community news and information. To learn more about Qbert, visit their website at qbert.com. That's QBURGH.com. From the PEP Radio Newsroom, these are the stories we are following this afternoon. Kroger Chairman and CEO Rodney McMullen has resigned after an internal investigation into his personal conduct. Kroger, the nation's largest grocery chain, said Monday that the investigation into McMullen's personal conduct was unrelated to the business, but was found to be inconsistent with its business ethics policy. Board member Ronald Sargent will serve as chairman and interim CEO effective immediately. Sargent has been on Kroger's board since 2006 and has served as the lead director of the company since 2017. He's worked in several roles at the grocery chain, across stores, sales, marketing, manufacturing, and strategy. Sargent is also the former chairman and CEO of Staples. McMullen, age 64, began his career with Kroger in 1978 as a part-time stock clerk and bagger at a store in Lexington, Kentucky. He worked his way up through the company, becoming chief financial officer in 1995 and chief operating officer in 2009. McMullen was named Kroger's CEO in 2014 and became the company's chairman the following year. Cincinnati-based Kroger said its board was made aware of the situation on February 21st and immediately hired an outside independent counsel to conduct an investigation overseen by a special board committee. The company said that McMullen's conduct is not related to its financial performance, operations, or reporting, and did not involve any Kroger associates. Kroger will conduct a search for its next CEO, with Sargent agreeing to remain as interim CEO until someone is appointed to the role permanently. Kroger shares fell more than 3.5% ahead of the opening bell on Monday. McMullen's departure comes as Kroger is regrouping from its failed effort to merger with Albertsons. The two companies proposed what would have been the largest supermarket merger in U.S. history in 2022, saying they needed to combine forces to better compete with rivals like Walmart. In other news, over the weekend, the Vatican announced serious complications in the recovery of Pope Francis. The 88-year-old pontiff, who has been hospitalized for 10 days, is battling pneumonia and on Sunday also appeared to be in the early stages of kidney failure, the Vatican said. Throughout the world, mainstream Catholic leaders responded to the news with prayers for the Pope's healing. But for some U.S. members of the ascendant Catholic traditionalist movement, Francis's decline presented an opportunity to criticize him and demand that the Vatican reverse course on what they see as dangerous tack to the left. Some leaders in those circles took to social media to spread their messages, along with conspiracy theories that accused the ailing Pope of being part of a criminal alliance and secretly fathering a child. Nothing better than to kick a man while he's down. Traditionalist Catholics, sometimes called trad-caths on social media, advocate for the Church, which is the largest denomination within Christianity with approximately 1.3 billion members worldwide, to return to the time before the modernizing influences of Vatican II. In the early 1960s, Pope John XXIII led a series of reforms, including instructing priests to conduct Mass in the language of their community rather than Latin, and to face the congregation rather than turning away. Crucially, Vatican II also emphasized racial and ethnic diversity as beneficial to the Church, denounced anti-Semitism, and encouraged harmonious relationships with other faiths. Critics of these sweeping changes have been grumbling for decades, but the papacy of Francis, the first Jesuit pope, and the most socially liberal one since Vatican II, appears to have re-energized them. Traditionalists have railed against Francis's progressive views, which include support for the fight against climate change and strong opposition to rampant consumerism. Francis also permitted priests to bless LGBTQ Catholics, though he didn't sanction gay marriage and once used a slur to refer to gay priests. That's the news at this hour. Be sure to download the Live 365 app to take PEP Radio with you wherever you go. If you are watching our news videos on YouTube, please be sure to click subscribe. And now, back to more music on PEP Radio.